Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for watching. So, and I say a big thank you to everybody who did comment in the last video, basically about my family issues, etc, etc. It's really meaningful from you guys. I also do feel for you guys who did comment that you have had family members lost to cancer in the past. I feel for you. It's terrible. And, yes, thank you for the nice, kind words. You guys really do help me out. It's nice. It's like, I mean, I would probably do something like this as a hobby anyway. I mean, I've done it for years. I've done it for, like, what, 4 years now? And, I mean, it's nice to earn something from doing this because I can use it to buy books and stuff like that, upgrade the computer, etc, etc. But, I don't know. I like, I enjoy doing it. I like that interaction. I really feel really awful for saying entertaining people. It's like, it's weird. I don't feel like an entertainer. I don't think I'm an entertainer, but you guys like watching this, and it's nice. I like the interaction. I just like doing something that people enjoy too. Plus, it's I don't know. I've never really thought about it, but it's one of those things. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll do some kind of Q&A. And I would like to do more, like, streaming in the future, maybe, like, have subscriber things, and maybe just, like, chatting sessions with a few people. That'd be kind of cool. But, yeah, okay. We're going to play the game at hand and go forward. Okay, so, I do have this Panzer Corps over here, of the, which Panzer Corps, this is 1, 2, 3, 39th, I believe IX is 9. So the 39th Panzer Corps. So, they only have 96% fuel. Which, I mean, it looks like a lot, but in reality I want to be able to make it a Gorky. And so what we're going to do here is we are going to, in fact, yeah, they have a shitload of fuel, which is absolutely insane. Absolutely mental. So anyway, what we're going to do here is test the waters. I need to see if I can do something. So we're going to move that division there, or at least that brigade there. I'm going to move that element there. Your headquarters is over here. It's going to shift you up. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to have all three of these divisions attack here, well, these brigades. I need to see where this division goes. If it goes here, good. Or I can do that, and that's perfectly fine. That's very good. Actually, that's the best result I could have hoped for. So, thank you. Thank you very much. Now, the reason for that is I want to envelop these three, well, the two rifle corps here in the rifle division, the guards rifle division. The reason is I have the motorized over here who could help guarantee that. Also to weaken resistance here considerably. So I'm going to break you up, and we're going to send that here, that here, and then, I could double up here. There we go. Just to cover the advance. Right, that'll do. Or not. Okay, that's the best I'm gonna get. I guess I could secure that. Probably should just had those two there, then I could use one to go here. Either or. I'll just double up here. There we go. So we now have two further guard rifle corps and a guards rifle division there. So that would be the 38th. We have the 38th along with the 14th and the 1st guard rifle corps. I think we've seen the 1st guards a number of times now. Okay, that can move there because we have the rails there. That can move to just the outskirts of Ryazan. Actually could move to Ryazan and still move in range of that headquarters. Yep, there we go. Okay, move next to that village because then you can take actual supplies from there. There we go. Right, as far as rails are concerned, I could move over here. In this army here, the 9th Army is definitely quite small in numbers, so I think what I'll do in the future is potentially take elements from the 18th, possibly 16th Army, and merge them into there. That could be quite good. So that's one thing to consider. Now, the Red Army's vehicle demand is going to really rise here. We do have a lot of forces potentially encircled for the next phase, which is good. We do have reinforcements on their way. Now, I need to make sure that I have built every rail line, so let's see. Not done that one. Need to get these rail lines moving forward to bring the logistics to the front line and bring fuel and supply to our forces, as well as ammunition, that sort of thing. So there we go. So control 9. Those two have been moved. Those two have been moved. That one's been moved. Yeah, there we go. We're good to go. I'm glad that I have 5 now. I wish I could have another one, or as many as they could give me. But oh well, that'd be greedy. Try and knock that division back. It's not going to work, but we'll see. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. So losses at the moment. So we've lost about 13,691 men. About 10,575 of those being killed. 3,116 being injured. So that's it's a large number. 264 guns, 17 armored fighting vehicles, 2 self-propelled armored cars. Okay. But that's nothing compared to the 244,777 men lost. They've only had 7,067 killed, but 220,557 have been captured. A further 171,000, oh sorry, a further 17,153 have been disabled, i.e. wounded. 144 armoured fighting vehicles gone, 3,415 guns. That's a significant amount of artillery. Right, air losses aren't... actually, they're not bad. I mean, that's quite significant losses there for the Soviets. Okay. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to spread out the airfields, which I should have been doing for a long time. Just to cover a bit more. Now one of them can move a bit further. Okay. Let's move that one a little bit further to the south. Let's move out to Ivanovo, because then you can take supply. Okay, what I'm going to do with here is I'm going to have them on HQ build up. There we go, so they can build up fuel for the onslaught into here. Right. Lovely. Okay, so we have Romanian airfields here. Romanian reconnaissance squadron, sure, why not? Okay. I mean, there's really not much resistance here. The most resistance is obviously in the north. That's where the vast majority of it is. So I think what I need to do is I need to move a lot of the air reserves actually to the north. The extra air capacity would be very, very, very much appreciated, especially to cover and to intercept and interdict. Okay. Where is your Flieger Corps? Your Flieger Corps here. So I'm going to move up the Flieger Corps. Let's take a look. So rail line runs up to there, at least when it's not broken, that is. Actually, supply MP is 25 there, while here it is 28 actually. Okay, let's go to the swamp. Right, move back. Right, move there. You can draw supply from both of the villages here. Sandovo, so supply and fuel. I can't pronounce that, but a little bit of fuel, so that's good. Okay, yeah, so we'll go with that. In terms of reinforcements, what do we have coming up? We have Italian security, light flak. After that, mountain construction battalion, siege mortars, can't wait for those. And then after that, we have the 1st Tiger battalion, the 502nd Heavy Panzer battalion, which is awesome. Another mounted division after that, light flak. Then, eventually, we'll see a Panzer division, pioneers, Arabs. More infantry, Luftwaffe, field divisions becoming more prevalent. Further Tigers. Can't wait. More security division. Well, another security division, that's fantastic. And then the Das Reich SS Panzer Grenadier Division. And that is in 1943, actually. So, reinforcements are going to be somewhat light for a while. And we're getting a lot of construction battalions here. Number of Finns here, heavy Panzer battalions. Okay. Viking. No, that isn't Viking. The 101st SS Panzer Battalion. Heavy Panzer Battalion. I don't know, I kind of read something and I saw Viking, so I don't know. I'd put it in there. The Volkskomjäger division will be great. The 2nd Volkskomjäger. Superb. Okay, so we're at a very nice vehicle level at the moment. I hope that will continue to increase. It should do. We do have another 28,180 vehicles in repair. During the summer months, I believe we repair roughly like around 20,000 each turn, which is decent. And I need to keep that up. We need to capture more from the enemy. In terms of captured, I mean, that's a large amount of manpower. We definitely... we are round about past the halfway mark for the Soviet population, at least in Europe. Well, definitely in Europe. I mean, that's a lot of their population is in Europe. Yeah, that's going to hurt. Resource production, pretty good. Rail port, okay. I can't see anything here because we don't use them for that sort of purpose. If we take a look at Germany and then take a look at captured, well, Germany in general, and then take a look at captured. Show types. Okay. So we are starting to capture more Stuarts now. That is the presence of the Lend-Lease. It's increasing in total in terms of numbers. I mean, in terms of actual units captured, well, actual units, indeed, like individual pieces of equipment captured. It's something like a ridiculously low rate. It's like you only capture like a certain amount after a couple, I don't know, tens, hundreds. So that's quite telling to see that we have captured around 20, maybe 27. I think 27 in total. So that's quite a large number compared to the fact that we've only got a few T-50s, which are just starting production now. T-60s, T-70, T-26s, yep, large numbers. M37. T-34, 1941. We have 236 of those, so that's increasing. Oh, we have an M3 Lee, awesome, with that 75mm M2 gun. Valentine Fries. Okay, so we are seeing an increase in presence of Western tanks, which is a good indication of Lend-Lease really kicking in. Okay, and I can't wait until we can actually use heavy armament, heavy tanks, because we have 68 KV-1s and 16 KV-2s. These KV-1s are superb. They're going to be awesome. Can't wait to use them. If we take a look at our own medium tanks, there we go, Panzer T-34B, 747. Yeah, they're featured in 7 units actually. So we have them in the Grossdeutschland, the 17th Panzer, 20th Panzer, 16th Panzer, 2nd Panzer, then obviously the other elements of Grossdeutschland. So that's cool. That's really cool. I mean, they are pretty damn good tanks. Especially when they're Germanized with radios. Right, so we'll end the turn and proceed from here. Oh dear. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so vehicle pool 80. That'll change soon. That should change. Right, yep, we're losing quite a few men here. It's good to have had those airfields moved up. Yeah, look at all those by Saratov. Yep, large losses. Awesome. Seems they are pulling back, which is good. I mean, they are presumably falling back to the River Dawn. Okay, this is the important one. So they moved up another armoured corps. Yeah, they're pulling back across the River Don for their defensive position. That's fine. That sees a lot of ground to me that I can easily take. Looks like they're pulling back and they've abandoned Vladimir. That's fantastic. It means I can take the city without a fight, hopefully, unless they reoccupy it. Which I prefer that they didn't. Okay, 630 armoured fighting vehicles in that location. I would be wise to use some kind of armoured force to try and encircle them. 334 in that area. What do we have here? So we have elements of the 35th Tank Corps, the 5th Tank Corps, so that's two armoured corps. We have some guards, AT artillery as well. Fair enough, they were attacked by 44,000 men. They did inflict good casualties. Completely pointless counterattack. The issue is, it seems pointless, but the fact is they don't have a vehicle pool anymore. Their rail lines are extremely limited to a degree. They can move, but they can't move easily now. They have interior lines, but their interior lines are really diminishing in effectiveness in terms of like the time efficiency versus like the rail cost. Those fins showing what they're made of. So damage for 12, lost 12 armoured fighting vehicles. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The fact that they've not completely evacuated this area and just completely abandoned the Volkov is incredible to me. Cool, a lot of men. It's just insane. I mean, they're trying to hold a front line. They're desperately trying to push against my two Panzer armies in the north, trying to cut them off. I mean, I am there. I simply need to make it to the, is it the White Sea? I think it's the White Sea. Like, Arkhangelsk, however the hell you say it. And from there, they are screwed. Okay, they freed that core. That's fine. I'd have preferred it if they didn't, but that's fine. Ah, very good. Very good. Okay, at least we have these elements that can be encircled. Fair enough. I expected them to be able to hold a lot easier considering this is mountainous terrain, but they've only just got there. But then again, that's not done anything. They're still in this hellhole. And they're not going to get out of this hellhole. I mean, they do have the Port of Sevastopol to keep them supplied, but beyond the Port of Sevastopol, their supply lines are very tenuous. They're not exactly long-lasting. Their best chance of surviving is to just stay around Sevastopol, because they can actually just hold that position, dig in. I mean, it is entirely possible that I could potentially, and inevitably, cut off the ports in the Caucasus, and then starve Crimea out that way. But I'm happy. I mean, it is tying up Hungarian forces, but the thing is, it's tying up a number of Russian corps over there, rifle corps, guard corps as well as normal rifle corps. So that's great for me. It's tying up forces that could be used elsewhere, and especially considering that the Red Army is now numerically inferior in terms of manpower, like raw manpower. That's a massive, massive thing. Okay, Stalingrad. So they're building up around that area. Okay, here we go. 1060. 0806 942, so it's a 6. Bum, bum. So we still have a decent amount of time before the foul weather hits us. That's good news. I mean, we're coming up to September, which is fantastic. I mean, we've got the rest of August. I mean, we are in August now. And that's, I don't know, maybe 7 to maybe 8, 9, 10 weeks of decent weather left to us, which is fantastic. Okay, so losses here, not bad, not bad. A small number captured. Nothing compared to the amount of men we've captured. Absolutely nothing. Right, air losses. Ours were fairly high, actually, level bombs, so I imagine that's because the fighters may not have been able to escort them at the range. Okay. So we've had a Italian security division move in here. That's fantastic. I can use that in a number of locations. Right, so yeah, we can see here... Okay, looks like they've evacuated. Right, okay. That I can encircle and cut off quite easily. Indeed. So they are holding that city. So, yeah, I could move down here, take that port town. I mean, there's a lot of fuel and supply there, definitely enough to keep them going. And the actual city over here, we have a large amount. In reality, there's only, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ports. So only further 5 ports. I mean, the Red Army here is evacuating troops from, well, Sevastopol. But they only have a few locations to actually go to. I need to head to, Stalingrad and once again cut that rail line. Well, cut this rail line for good. Okay, so Tambov is looking fairly open. Fuel levels, not bad, not great, but not bad. Yeah, their lines aren't even held properly. Okay, large amount of armored fighting vehicle strength here. Yep, sweet, I can occupy Vladimir. So Vladimir now has 11, 36, and 200. You take about half of that, which is like the rough rule of thumb. We'll see in a moment. Right, so Vladimir. Well, not half, and maybe like a quarter of that, somewhere in that region. Okay, they still haven't repaired this hole in their lines. As you can see here, 181% fuel. We could move, not all the way to Gorky, sadly, but close. Which is good. I mean, it gives us our tactical flexibility. So how have they responded? Yeah, further men over here, but these are just like the bare elements, so they're like... Yeah, they're trying to pull back now. I think it's just far too late. They're going to find it just difficult. Let's see. Yeah. Those are all cut off. Wait a minute. Oh, right, yes, those guys, yep. And those guys. I kind of hoped I would get another one here, but oh well. Right, so let's go about the process of destroying these. Okay. So we have the 80th Guards Rifle Division. Only 6,871 men. No you don't. There we go. Okay. Let's take a look at morale here. So 72. Damn it. Yeah, 257 armed fighter vehicles there. $195. $302. So we have a army headquarters here, the 48th Army. Yeah, 562 armored fighter vehicles. Captured 537. There we go. Okay, so from that envelopment we've captured... well, we've removed 704 armoured fighting vehicles. That is a significant amount of armoured fighting vehicles. Like, massive. That's almost 1,000 armoured fighting vehicles that just wiped out. 39,542 men from this small area here, just gone. So take a look at their order of battle. You can see here, 4806, really down to 4498. Their manpower strength is only a 389, when in reality it should be 398, so they're not even capable of filling the table equipment completely. That's how low their manpower is right now. I mean, ours is theoretically 4.30, obviously in reality it is 4.26. Armored fighter vehicle strength continues to rise. The actual aircraft strength is continuing to rise as well. We're almost at 50% strength of their air power, which is a massive deal considering that the Red Army Air Force was, well, the Red Air Force was massive. And stayed massive. Well, it did grow a hell of a lot. Yeah, so it seems like I can cut these off quite easily. Okay, a few more forces to destroy that have been surrounded. I'm glad I got these cores over here. Right, fuel level 64, 72, 32, that's quite low. I mean, obviously crossing that river. Right, so I need to continue to push on this way. That's the way we need to go. Right, I think there's more troops here, so let's do some reconnaissance. It may be I just don't have any reconnaissance in this area, which I can believe. And again, I do have an airfield right here. Let's see. Ah, yeah, see. Okay, so there's a level of strength here. I will have to try and beat it or go through it. But in reality, there's just... there's really very little here. I don't even need to make it to White Sea, I can make it to Anigar. So yeah. Really, I need to make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes to the lake over here. And then from there, it's just a matter of time. I mean, let's see now. They continue to struggle with vehicles, and that's only going to become worse. And they're going to find it even harder to get vehicles for their logistics system. Okay, so let's wipe out these Red Army forces. Issues I'd like to use infantry to do that. Yeah, it's because they're across a river. Okay, let's just use the tank division here. That'll wipe them out quickly. Or not. Good. 15,000 men. There we go. Another 17,000. So I mean already we are up to 73,000 losses, 1,000 guns. That's actually really entrenched force there. Let's see, what's their entrenchment? 1. First guards. Do I expend further effort to try and destroy it? I mean, it is about 20,000 men. Destroying it would enable me to move on without anything in my rear. We'll consider our options. I can use air power to reduce its strength. Right, we have a massive build-up of strength over here. That really is going to be superb. The 1st Panzer Army is going to find it really quite easy. It looks like they're pulling back to the River Don to establish a new defensive line, which is fair enough. I mean, considering the south here, there's really jack shit in our way. It's just really deciding what our missions shall be and not allowing mission creep to come into the equation and prevent our real objectives from being taken. But real objectives obviously being here in the Volkov front. Right. Yep, our vehicle pull just continues to rise. Vehicle need isn't too high right now. Okay. Convert rails over here. There goes as far as you go. Yeah, see, I'd like to convert these rails potentially, or these ones maybe. These ones probably... I mean, this is it. With the rails, I can use it to move further forces up here, which is a definite potential possibility. I mean, I could use the rails to move those horses via rail. Obviously, moving them via rail, you know what I mean. The thing is, they're obviously able to bring up further reinforcements to the area here using rail. But that's weakening them elsewhere. The issue is, for the Red Army, what do they do about this? I mean, they have a choke point developing here. I need to just... I mean, as you can see here, there's like this envelopment. And then we have forces all along their flanks. I mean, they have a huge amount of area to go before they're even anywhere near remotely free of my influence. Here we'll eventually push into, and then sort of split up into multiple groups. But for now, their vehicle need is increasing. They're going to find it significantly harder to receive full supply. So that means they're not going to be fighting anywhere near as effectively or as capably. They can't move as far either, because obviously they don't have the full supply requirement coming to them each turn. So they're finding it more difficult. which is an amazing thing considering that we're invading a nation. And so for them, even with the interior lines to be suffering logistically, i.e. with the trucks, is quite telling. Quite telling. Okay. So, what we need to do then is identify the resistance here. I need to move up the infantry, use them to cover the efforts of, what is this, the fourth Panzer Army. The elements of 3rd Panzer Army as well need to shift up here. And I could make a shift, I could make a move towards Gorky, but I think that would be mission creep at the moment. I can use infantry to achieve that objective, albeit slower, but still achieve it nonetheless. So yeah, use the Panzer Armies over here. Okay. I probably do have the power to take this if I was to concentrate further. And we could have all the elements of the SS motorized division. I have a motorized division here. I could maybe move up some extra forces, use air power. It's a issue because it's going to tie up a lot of forces unless I take care of it. But the issue is, do I want to spend effort doing that when I could be moving instead and putting myself in a better position? And I can always like crush it next turn after it's been starved of supplies for a little while longer. But yeah, over here, everything can move. Everything can move up. Which is awesome. That hasn't even moved, so I can take that out. But yeah, as far as I can manage right now, I mean, that extra core over there would have been just over 100,000 men. So they've lost a further 93,711 men this turn and over 1,275 guns. So almost half the amount of guns they lost last turn for maybe a third of the men lost. Armoured fighting vehicles 704, that's a massive number. I mean, we've taken out 25,142 of the bastards. That's a massive amount. Absolutely massive. Needs to increase though. I mean, they had, what, 15,000 armoured fighting vehicles roughly initially. I think they gained from Lend-Lease about 300 per month in 1941. In 1942 they gained 600, in 1943 they gained 900, in 1944 they gained 1,200. 45 I think is 1,500 per month. Obviously combined with their intrinsic production from the Urals. Yeah, the industry over here in the Urals. It's quite a lot. They can churn out a hell of a lot of armoured fighting vehicles. But it seems like they can't churn out anywhere near the amount of manpower. I mean, this is very telling. For the Axis, for the Wehrmacht, to have a couple 100,000 more men than the Red Army is very telling. And you can tell, it's like, for me to be able to cover this massive amount of land adequately is impressive. I have a fully working front line here. I mean, obviously down here at the south I spread it out quite significantly, though I could have spread it out even further by splitting these forces into brigades. I mean, I do have an abundance of force over here, and I'm quite happy about that. Yeah, look at that movement. That's insane. I could shift all the way down here, move a significant distance very quickly. I mean, that's a massive travel distance there. So yeah, only 45% fuel here. These towns are garrisoned. This is it. We're making our way down here to Baku. I mean, Baku is very far away, even still. But look at all that fuel there. That's a huge amount. Laka 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 ming dong. A lot of that fuel there. Okay, so we'll leave that until next time. So if we take a look here at our own... so our fuel stalls here are looking excellent. I mean, there's not a shortage, let's put it that way. And I don't think there is going to be a shortage. So for Germany, we have 1,186,576 tons of fuel. I don't know if you'd go by tons, but either way it works. Oil, looking decent. I don't know if this is how much we produce or how much we need, I'm not entirely sure. But oil stores, not as high as I'd like it. Supply stores, yeah. I think this is what you need. It would make sense as we need 143. So I'd say these are what we need. So fuel and units, we need 80,817. We have 73,283 in total, I think. So I don't think we have enough fuel in the units. Obviously, that's also due to supply efficiency. If it was 100%, then we would have that. So our efficiency here is pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, let's say... I don't know, shit at maths. Pretty fucking shit at maths. But I don't know, maybe like 80, 90 something percent efficiency there with fuel, more or less. In that region anyway. We're almost 100% on vehicles and units. We have more vehicles in the pool than we need. Well, sorry, in the active pool than we need, so that's in a nice abundance. So let's take a look here. So, units go by German. Current right vehicle percentage. So it's basically the flak. That's not at 100%, but they don't matter. And the Jaeger division is at 98. So yeah, for them to be at 98% on vehicle is just, yeah, that's incredible. That's really good. That's a sign of a healthy Wehrmacht. For us to be doing that well. I mean, we have conquered a hell of a lot of land here. Well, I say conquered, we're occupying it for the moment in time because it's not truly conquered yet. That's a significant amount of land. I mean, soon we'll be able to just bypass the Crimean Peninsula, which we already are doing to this extent. These forces can really, really push steam, so that's fantastic. So yeah, we'll leave it here. So thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are enjoying yourselves, and I hope you've had a great day and evening wherever you are, or evening I should say, wherever you are. And once again, to all of you who have reached out in the comment section, I really do appreciate it. I apologise I haven't replied to all of you. It's just, yeah, I'm just generally, honestly, really busy all the time, and I work 6 days a week managing a bar lounge. And then, and I've not been going to gym this week. I like really need to go because I need to not be chubby. Oh dear. Ah well. Until next time. Thank you and goodbye. I hope to see you all very soon in the future. Thank you. You guys are awesome. And girls of course. Bye for now.